It's Will here on the Community Spotlight, and we get a chance here to welcome in new to the community, Crestline School Superintendent Jim Saxer. Jim, welcome to the Community Spotlight. Appreciate it very much. School's already in session for Crestline. When did school start for Crestline?
August 21st.
August 21st. How was that first day as being superintendent?
Exciting. It was great. Excited just to be in the school and see the new students, help them see my face, and it was just good. Excitement. I think the kids are excited to be back.
You're coming from what school district?
Dalton Local Schools.
Dalton.
So, Dalton, Eastern Wayne County.
Okay. So, biggest difference from where you were to where you are now?
A lot more Amish up there.
Over there, really?
Down here, yep. A lot of progressive Amish in our schools, but a lot of the community, Mennonite and Amish.
Okay.
A little bit smaller here. You know, we are a little bit over 900 students. So, when you talk about, you know, they were Bulldogs as well. So if you talk about Bulldog pride, both school districts, I would say, have a lot of pride.
Absolutely.
That was one of the things I loved about coming down here. When I interviewed with, not only with the board, I was able to meet with the staff members and community members, and they asked me questions. I was able to share a little bit about myself with them, and you could just see the pride in the school, pride in the community. And that's something that excited me about coming down here.
Well, that's really my next question, Jim, was, I mean, of all the places you could have went, I mean, what was it that attracted you to Crestline Local Schools in North Central Ohio?
Yeah, so I grew up in Lexington, so graduated.
So you're familiar with the area?
Yeah, absolutely. And, and that was one of the things I think that brought Crestline to my attention, was just the fact of knowing it, coming down here, coming over here. You know, I can remember, you know, my family would go up to, you know, Freezer Fresh, you know, as we were down there, but coming up here, the Bucyrus Broadwood Festival, you know, all those opportunities to come out here. And so I think it just was a great opportunity to come, just knowing the area, knowing the community, and just to become a part of it.
How much were you involved in some of the summertime projects as far as understanding things that happen over the summer at Crestline?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. You know, I started August 1st, I got hired, and so the teachers come August 14th, and the kids were supposed to come August 17th, but I asked the board to push the start of school back till August 21st.
Well, but they were mad about that.
Well, I'm sure the students were. They were a little angry, you know, but that was probably one of the good things to get me on their good side, you know, but that would provide us an opportunity to hire some staff that we needed. There were some professional development opportunities that we want to provide our staff with, new curriculum that we purchased.
Okay.
So doing that provided us a good opportunity. But I know that over the summer, you know, we just went through the deep cleaning like all of our, you know, most school districts do with the, you know, our custodians. They did an amazing job, and our maintenance staff, of getting our buses ready and getting the schools ready. So they look beautiful when they came back to school.
Absolutely. Speaking of busing, how many buses are en route every day at Crestline?
5 routes.
5 routes?
Yep.
Okay.
So including going to Pioneer. So we take our juniors and seniors over there.
Okay.
So
how are the numbers for Crestline kids at Pioneer this year?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We seem to, I think every year, from what I'm hearing, we send a good amount of students over there, which is good. We want to make sure that our students are prepared for, you know, college, career, military service, and part of that is creating a great foundation upon getting those skills for work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any new changes to things like class time schedules, bus routes this year? Is it pretty much status quo as last year?
Pretty much status quo.
Other than starting a year or a week behind.
Starting a little late. Yeah. Other than that, everything's been the same. So.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about that first day. What was preparing the new staff and the teachers and the students and just getting them ready for that first day?
Yeah, so it was exciting just to be able to, you know, we kept everything the same with open house. You know, it was on Monday, August 14th, which would have been the first day for teachers, so for our staff. But we still held an open house. We tried to make it a great event for families. So we had food for them, you know, come and meet your teachers. I was able to introduce myself to those staff and those families that didn't get to meet me through the interview process. Share a little bit about them, about myself, my background, and where I was coming from, so they got to know a little bit who I was. But then just to be able to be in the school and see the excitement of the students, just continue to talk to the staff.
You mentioned some new hires. As you were coming in, as a brand new superintendent, there were some other things that needed to be filled, other job positions needed to be filled.
Yeah, so I first things we did is I hired a new high school principal, so Dr. Jason Knight, coming from the Columbus area, or kind of down, that's where he lives. So coming up here, and then Patrick Otry is our student services director.
Okay.
He just started yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So we wanted to give him a time. His previous employer asked for a couple weeks to transition, and so we provided that. But we were hiring intervention specialists, teachers, aides. So we were busy.
Absolutely busy for this first month of being the superintendent at Crestline.
Absolutely.
Where would you like to see the school district in the next year, in your first year?
Yeah. So I mean, one of the things that appealed to me about the district was it's moving in the right direction. They've been putting together intervention supports and helping make sure that they're providing solid instruction for students and their learning, and to make sure that we're challenging them. And that's where I came in, just with the fact of continuing that, to continue to move forward, to make sure that we're providing instruction that is rigorous, that's challenging, but also to help our students understand that learning is a process.
Mm-hmm.
You're not always going to get it the first time. I can remember teaching 5th grade, and my kids were like, I don't know this stuff, and I'm like, well, if you knew it, you'd be in 6th grade. So you're not supposed to technically know it. So that's our goal, is to help you grow, and just to help our students understand that that learning process. There's intervention or remediation. We're going to continue to do reteaching, and so that's one of the things we're focused on. Every good school district has an improvement plan. Yeah. And so our improvement plan has 3 components to it. It's focused on quality, rigorous curriculum, quality instruction, challenging assessments, creating a safe and healthy culture and climate. So we're looking at positive behavior intervention support. It's kind of a PBIS is kind of a thing now with staff and students, helping make sure we create that climate. And then our third goal is just shared leadership, helping to build that leadership within. We've had some transition in leadership over the few years, which I think has kind of maybe brought the need to build trust. And so that's one of the things I shared with our staff is, and with the administrators I brought in was, listen, if we're going to make change, then we need to build trust, which means we're going to develop professional, positive, trusting relationships, and we're going to help everybody move in the right direction. But the other part of it is we're going to be here for a while. Absolutely. So we need to build that trust with our staff that says, what, just because we're doing it this year doesn't mean we're not going to do it next year. So we want to continue to move forward.
Board of Education meets when?
August or September 11th. So they meet the second Monday of every month.
Okay. Nice way to come find you as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Stop by the Board of Education board meeting if you have questions for the board or the new superintendent at Crestline, and love to meet the community.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the time this morning. By the way, is there a phone number or webpage folks can get a hold of you at?
www.crestlinebulldogs.org is our website. So, or saxer.james@crestlinebulldogs.org. Always willing to talk with people and sit down with them and understand where they're coming from, what their position is, what their concerns are, to make sure that we're doing what's best for the children and the students in our community.
Jim Saxer, Superintendent, Crestline Local Schools. Appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.